games come. I go, yo, but there's not one other player from the other team here yet.
Hello and welcome to another 360 video. I'm your host, Ian Jensen. How are you? Great. Just cruising around close to Con Ed. The big Con Ed. I don't know if it's a factory. What do you call it? Con Ed power plant. Yeah. So this is a great day. That Single Cup Brewery. They have such good beer there. We have a bunch of breweries in New York City. Can you believe it? It's kind of funny. You know, it's like almost having a vineyard in the middle of New York City. So right ahead is the Steinway Piano Factory. You know what? I was going to look up when it was made. Steinway Piano Factory. Steinway & Sons. Wow. For over 160 years, Steinway & Sons has been dedicated to making the finest pianos in the world, setting the uncompromising standard for sound, touch, beauty, and investment value. 1853. Holy crap. God, I love New York City with like how old everything is. I mean, this stuff isn't old. This is all just kind of new garbage. We're good at making garbage now. It's amazing how much garbage we're good at making. Look at that. Look how pretty that... the walls with 4 windows. Look how beautiful that torture chamber building is. Okay, so you see how garbagey this area is. We're gonna come up to the Steinway Mansion. Which I swear, it's a travesty. I read somewhere that the property owners around Steinway have it out for the Steinway Mansion. Look at it. It's a shithole. You can imagine. I mean, this is way up on a hill. This is Steinway Mansion, which is just nothing compared to its former glory. Looks like they tore down that shanty in the back. So I've been here about 12 years. It's changed a lot. You should look up some old pictures of the Steinway Mansion. There used to be all these trees back here. It's really beautiful. And, yeah, man. Unfettered capitalism. I'm kidding. I'm not against capitalism, but... One thing about communism is they don't build anything. It just gets stuck in the past. At least that's what Czech Republic looked like. And they still had like tanks from World War II on the side of the road. So to the left is the power plant, and right here is the sewage treatment plant. Boy, it smells good. I don't know why I'm cracking myself up this morning. I'm going to be quiet. I know my talking kind of pulls you out of the whole environment thing. We're real close to the Rikers Island Bridge. We're like on the other side of this hill. I think this is a parking lot above here. I bet there's at least 2 or 3 bodies back there. Something just attractive about this industrial dirt nastiness. It's just so cool. Yep. This is the entrance to Rikers Island. I tried riding my bike up there. Oh. There's a documentary about that bus that just drove past. How cool is that? And somebody made a whole documentary. I tried riding up there in the parking lot. The other end of the parking lot, next to like kind of the guard station, it looks like a house. There was a cat on the porch. There's a porch. And we got pretty close. And this dude, in just plain clothes, just comes running out. Like, get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! He's like chasing me off his land. It was really weird. The guy was a complete psychopath. That makes you think. You know, nobody knows what goes on in these jails other than prisoners. There's so many of those stories of, like, evil things happening and nobody knows about it. Anyway, that got a little creepy. This is a nice little ride. Let's get back to the nice little ride. There are so many birds out. I had a tree in front of my apartment. I think the son of the owner, he's kind of, you know, he's not 100%. You know, he's kind of little, I don't know. He's got something wrong with him, but everyone just kind of ignores it. Like, okay, that's just who he is. Which is great. I think that's great. Because, you know, he's totally capable of stuff. I think he killed the tree in front of the house. Because the tree died. This big old tree is beautiful. Tons of birds. And then they came and they dug up the trunk area, you know, because that was left after they cut it down. And it smelled. And he said something about, like, poisoning the tree. I don't know. Like I said, he's not 100%. Used to be a ton of birds in front of my house, so I put a bird feeder on my window, and it was so cool. Like, they had some doves that showed up, you know, and a ton of those little, I guess they're sparrows, maybe. They're those little round guys. They're almost like hummingbird. That's how hyperactive they are. Anyway, so the owner's son, this guy, he likes to sit down on the stairs, which is right below the bird feeder. And I think bird shit on him because everyone was laughing. But he was all upset that I put a bird feeder up there, you know. There's probably some bird seed that kind of falls down and stuff. Or bird seed shells. He's freaking out forever about it. So annoying. Anyway, I saw him get a big stick and he was going to try and, like, knock it off my window. We got in a big old fight. His mom, who's like 85, got to see both of us freak out on each other. I'm not very nice to people who think are a jerk. That's probably a big failing of mine. Like, he's kind of retarded. He's a little retarded. I'll just say it. And I'm yelling at him. Like, don't mess with my crap. I have a habit of doing that. Because he's still a dick. You know? I mean, just because you're retarded Doesn't mean you get to just be a dick. I've done that to a few people who have like either a mental or physical disability. People are so good at like, okay, treating him like a kid. And I just treat him like a full-fledged adult. 100%.
Yeah, there is a theory. Yeah. There's a theory to that.
Oh, I talk to myself on these rides. So sorry. I don't know what I was talking about. The sniffing is Tourette's. If I didn't mention that already 1,000 times. Maybe that's why I'm not very sensitive toward people who have a mental or physical handicap. Some people, I'll tell them I have Tourette's, and they start talking to me like I'm kind of retarded. And it's just too weird. Oh, look at those guys out on the porch. It's just a twitch. A twitch. A tick. Ticking and twitching. Anyway, I meant to say, I'm not very nice to anybody who's kind of a dick. But I don't have a self-control like that. I hope you guys do, because it's always nice to have self-control. I think this is the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, but up on top. The best thing about it in New York is, even though we live in tiny little apartments with roommates, I think it's better than living in a big house with your own backyard. Then you have to invite people over just to enjoy the backyard. We don't have any yards, but we do have a lot of parks. So you leave your house to enjoy the city instead of being stuck in your house with a backyard you're sick of taking care of. So you put down AstroTurf so you don't have to mow it. And everything's like compact. That's my favorite part. I went to Colorado to see my mom, and from Denver to Fort Collins was all these massive McMansion developments. And it made the landscape look like the front yard of a hoarder's house. Just crap everywhere. I was watching a show how these like sprawling suburbs, I guess, are very expensive. They can't sustain themselves. But in New York, everything's compact. God, I love this place. This place is amazing. I wish the rest of the country would do this. That's probably what makes bike riding in New York so awesome. If I tried to cruise around on my bicycle in Colorado, I'd have to ride 50 miles just to see half the stuff I'm seeing here. coming up to the end. Thanks for going on this ride with me. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos coming up, so like and subscribe, please. And there's a link to send me money. You want to send me your hard-earned money to pay for my bike riding. I'm just kidding. I have a day job. Anyway, thanks for watching. Lots of love. Have a wonderful day.